Hold on, Scott, I'm tweet picking myself. Yeah. Nice. Having fun in the park. Wish you were here. Done. Oh, I'm getting a call. Hold on just a second. Hello. Oh, hi. It's your mom. What's up? Sure, I'll tell him. Okay. He says bye. Okay, bye-bye. Your mom wants you to pick up some milk on the way home, Scott, and eggs. And Dr. Pepper? You know, there's tons of ways that we communicate these days. Millions of ways that we communicate. I mean, from GPS to text to tweeting to status updates. And it begs the question, does it make life any easier? Does it make your lifestyle harder? Certainly makes it busier, it seems, these days. You know, there's a group of amateur radio enthusiasts who might have the answers to these questions. They're keeping the lines of communication open in Saskatchewan's Parklands, and Max cameras went to find out why.
Good afternoon, Garf.
Yeah, good afternoon, Grant. How's everything at your place today?
Spring is coming, there's lots of geese around. Starting to do a little bit of gardening, that is, get last year's stuff out of the ground, and some of the leaves up are more.
Yeah, spring has finally come. Ham radio mostly uses radio frequencies, which are not sent over wires as conventional telephone calls are. So they're all radio signals traveling through the air, and they're also powered by standby generators, batteries, car battery. They don't depend on the system for power.
V5HV, V5 Hotel Victor, V5 Hotel Victor, V5 SS. Well, the advantage of the radio, of course, is that it doesn't, once you buy the radio and have the equipment, it doesn't cost anything to operate it. If you have a cell phone, as long as you're talking on your cell phone, you're paying for the service. If you're in a search situation, you might be on the radio for 20 hours. If you run a cell phone for 20 hours, your battery would go dead, or you would have some difficulties with the service in remote areas where there was no coverage. Not only that, the radio situation allows you to use emergency services, such as if the power is out, then you're able to use battery or generator services to keep you in contact.
With the earthquake in Haiti, there's been hams were involved with the only communication coming out of the island for quite a few hours. And there's a frequency on the radio here that you can go to, and they're still handling emergency traffic coming out of Haiti. And some of it's marine boats, people that are lost, people are trying to find loved ones, and just general communications. Now, some of the landlines and stuff have been replaced there and are operating, but the initial word of it all came out through amateur radio. Well, it's interesting to talk to different people in different parts of the world, and we generally just talk about radios and things of personal interest. But one thing that comes to mind here, there's last week I talked to a school in Spokane, Washington, and they have an amateur radio operator, or ham operator, as their teacher, and as part of their science and their social studies program, he had stations set up in the school, and he called us, we contacted him, and he had some 10-year-old boys and girls, students of his, come on and ask questions about Saskatchewan, and we ended up talking for about half an hour. It's quite interesting, the questions that these people ask about Saskatchewan and Canada and farm life. They knew we lived on a farm.
Well, I have a lot of acquaintances worldwide on the radio. You meet with them on what's called skeds or schedules. You schedule a conversation at a certain time on a certain frequency, and if conditions are good, then you're able to make contact.
Usually talk just on a first name basis, and then it'll stray into family and things that you may have questions of that area.
It depends on a want to. If you want to get into the hobby, the first part of it is very, very inexpensive. That is, if you have a computer, if you're able to get on the internet, or even if you're able to purchase a few very, very basic books, you can do the necessary studying to pass the test. Once you pass the test, then you do have to buy some equipment, and used equipment is available at a reasonable cost. As your interest increases, the costs increase, and you need antennas and that type of thing. So yes, it begins to grow in cost, but you don't really have to let it do that. You can use inexpensive wire antennas, and they work very, very well.
Scout! Hey, I was just gonna buy us tickets to How to Train Your Dragon. You wanna go? Matinee? Awesome. I'm just gonna buy tickets online. My smartphone. These things do everything. It's so cool. Well, the art of communication, it's an evolution, right? Changing all the time. Speaking of communication, stay tuned for more great Saskatchewan stories that we'll communicate to you next time right here on Max Magazine. Keep in touch. Okay, MapQuest. Gotta figure out how to get out of this.
Want to get actively involved? You can submit your own videos to Local On Demand. If it's relevant to your community, we'd like to air it. You just need to find our guidelines for content, quality, and production on the SaskTel website under the Personal category in the Entertainment Services section. Or just send us your program idea. If it's chosen, we'll shoot it and air it on Local On Demand. Email us at max.localondemand@sasktel.sk.ca or send a letter to the address on the screen. We'd love to hear from you.